Hola, amigos.
Hola.
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 Buenos dias.
There is a place where the sun always shines.
Hot sun. No rain.
There's always a bargain to be had.
Cheap as chips.
Beer's cheap, food's cheap, good value for money.
That place is...
Benidorm. Benidorm.
You can't beat Benidorm. It's great for everybody.
Which is why thousands of Brits have said bye-bye Blighty and headed here with the hope of making it their half-price home.
It's living the dream, basically.
It is, mate, with a discount price tag.
It's sun, sea and fun. It's absolutely brilliant.
That's why there'll always be bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, a new cafe bar starts to feel the heat in the kitchen.
Come to Benidorm, they said. Live the dream, they said. Work 80 hours a week, they said.
A horse charity saddles up for an open day.
They have got teeth, so be careful. Don't feed them, and be careful where your fingers are.
And Benidorm's head boys, Wayne and Des, become expat nipple piercer Karen's guinea pigs as she gives her first Spanish lesson Benidorm style.
Toss. So every time you have a cough now, I want you to think of toss.
Benidorm isn't all high-rise hotels, you know. Right at its heart is the Old Town, offering a more traditional slice of Spanish life. You could maybe forget you were even in Benidorm, well, most of the time.
The Old Town's fantastic.
You've got the wine and your 5 tapas for €5.
Glass of wine and oysters. Beautiful. Never had them before in my life.
Tapas, pinchos.
Yeah, I don't understand why Brits have to come on holiday to eat English food, and you could stay in England for that, couldn't you?
Well, down in the Old Town, there is a new kid on the cobbles.
Good morning.
Trying to make his culinary mark in and amongst all that culture with...
Beans or tomatoes?
Beans, please.
No problem.
Oh, dear.
Breakfast with tomatoes, toast. Everybody loves an English breakfast. Breakfast, mushrooms, hash brown, everything for €5. And you put the tomatoes in? Oh, yeah. Joys of working in Benidorm Old Town. Everything's so small you can't get a proper kitchen. Morning, morning.
30-year-old expat Paul Haywood gave up his daily grind of grilling bacon in his catering trailer in the West Midlands to start a new life in the sun. Well, grilling bacon. Paul's chief spatula carrier is 43-year-old Steph from Wales.
Stephanie, what's it like living in Benidorm with no sheep on the fields?
She's been griddling alongside Paul since he opened his cafe bar.
We're best of friends anyway, but he is a fantastic boss.
The joys of being in Spain that you can sell a beer with a breakfast at 8:30. And nobody bats an eyelid.
When Paul moved to Benidorm 3 years ago, he had one ambition: relax.
I kind of had enough of the working all day, all night in England. Got to work in the dark, come home in the dark. I came here to be a nobody and just work as a waiter. And after being here for 4 weeks, I was running somebody else's bar for them.
And Paul decided if he was going to fry breakfasts, they may as well be his own. He's been serving them for just 12 weeks and is starting to feel the heat.
The pressure at the moment is that there's quite a lot of money put into the bar in the initial setup.
Getting the bar open wasn't a piece of cake.
Costs double what we initially planned. When everything went wrong and the bar flooded 3 times and ruined the floor, and the shutter broke and the extraction broke and everything broke.
Paul had carefully budgeted and had a pot of emergency money, but that was all eaten up with the damage.
We got into tens of thousands of costs. And when we opened, we just had like 1 bottle of vodka, 1 bottle of gin, and we've just had to kind of build the business up pretty quickly.
With Paul's fallback fund gone, he's got a lot on his plate.
We need to take roughly €320 a day to break even.
That means he needs to fry up at least 64 breakfasts or froth up 160 large coffees every day.
Today we've done 16 breakfasts and 26 coffees so far.
Not cooking with gas then.
Would you like any cream?
Lunchtime and still not halfway to his €320 target.
It's still quite scary to think that there's all this money that's got to be found and to pay off the initial investment. The loft it's just got to work. No matter what it takes, it's got to work.
Everyone, thank you.
Paul's got to cook up a plan to coax in more customers to boost his business and get him off the breadline. Away from the hustle and bustle on the outskirts of town are Benidorm's campsite communities. There are 10 different sites around Benidorm, housing over 1,000 Brits, whether on holiday or living the expat dream.
Here we have a little emergency toilet in case, you know, you get people say get caught short.
This is your wee kitchen. It's just like home from home.
Instead of using the shower, we use it as a wardrobe now. It's easier.
A basic brand new Caravan will set you back a minimum of £13,000, and that's before any extras and the all-important awning, which gives your van another room. But if you shop around and are happy to go second-hand with your mobile home, you can bag yourself a bargain. And that's exactly what 56-year-old Tom and 48-year-old Dawn from Scotland have done.
We decided no more sitting, looking out the window at the rain.
Sit in the sun.
Let's sit in the sun, and it's cheaper.
Dawn owns a laundrette, and Tom works in a bearings factory, and they bought a holiday caravan at Benidorm, one of Benidorm's smaller campsites, and they seem to have got it for an absolute steal.
The caravan cost £4,000.
The lady that we bought it off of, she couldn't handle the heat anymore because she was a bit older. She just got up and left everything in it, allegedly. Right down to sun hats.
Televisions,
so,
pots and pans, I don't know. We don't know until we get in here.
Hang on, you've handed over the dosh without having seen it? Oh.
£4,000 and we've got everything we want, but we could go down here and it's not even existing.
Have you two been conned?
Hola.
Good morning. We're your new residents.
Are you sure about that, Dawn?
This is Tom.
Benidorm is the party capital of the Costa Blanca.
Benidorm's all about.
It's all about fun.
Here it can be happy hour 24/7.
We just fell in love with it, didn't we, when we first came?
So, it comes as no surprise that every year, the city is swamped by swarms of
Stag and hen.
There are a lot of stag parties.
My son's stag do.
I'm here on my stag do.
It's a truth universally acknowledged that a stag do, all right lads, in possession of the party spirit, no, my eyes, must be in want of a tattoo or piercing.
I might get a tattoo before I leave, just to mark my stag do.
And a herd of Welsh stags have stampeded into RKA. Located bang in the heart of Benidorm's Brit town, the tattoo and piercing studio is run by married couple Rob and Karen. Rob's in charge of the inking.
Do you honestly think I've had any of these done so much?
Whereas Karen
It's that seat there, honey.
is on skewering duties. And remember, Karen here is a fully trained piercing professional. So kids, don't try this at home.
Can you all be quiet, please?
And nothing says an average afternoon in Benidorm more than piercing a Speedo-clad chap's septum. That's the bit of your nose between your nostrils, in case you were wondering.
To do this, guys, I need a bit of space. It's a bit of a pain one, but
It's all right, mate. You can leave your hat on.
calmness.
But piercing stags can sometimes feel more like herding cats.
Can you guys be a little bit quiet, please? It's so really hard to work when you've got like lots of people and lots of noise. Yes, the mum, the mother of the shop. Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Can you please all be a bit quieter because people are trying to work? Yeah. Yeah. And make sure your friends don't tug on it, please. I know it's tempting for them, but don't. It looks really nice. Thank you for being patient. I won't say the same to your friends.
Nose successfully skewered, it's nipple o'clock.
Okay, let's see how long you can all be quiet for.
Let's play the quiet game.
Let's play the quiet game.
After ready?
Oh, I'd be good in two, mate. Karen's lived in Spain for 25 years and in Benidorm for 9.
1, 2, 3.
Do any of you speak Spanish?
I can.
Go on then, let us hear you.
Hola, San Miguel.
Do you know anything else in Spanish?
Yeah.
What?
Gracias.
There you go, honey. You're all done. When you get up, just get up slowly.
Karen may regularly wrangle rowdy stags,
Thank you, honey.
but as a fluent Spanish speaker,
No puedo. Tengo que ir. Es que estoy grabando.
she's finding her non-piercing skills are being called upon more and more regularly.
I get people coming in, read my prescriptions, make my hospital appointments, get my car out that's just been towed away, and sometimes it can be a bit demanding.
Because many of the Brits in Benidorm don't speak the lingo.
You have English hairdressers, British bars, British everything, so you don't have the need to. If you live in Benidorm, there's no need to learn Spanish.
But Karen wants folks to stop living in Little Britain and embrace España.
In an aim to encourage people to learn Spanish, I thought I'd just put a statement on Facebook asking people if they'd be interested in a couple of lessons.
And the overwhelming response, sí, señorita.
Me. Count me in. Fab idea, Karen. Good luck with it all. So, yeah, so really good response. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Karen's escaping the tattoo studio for an afternoon and turning teacher. And her students include Benidorm royalty, drag queen Levi G,
How are you, love?
otherwise known as Wayne, and his husband Des.
The Brits of Benidorm are ready to learn Spanish. ¿Cómo estás?
Time will tell. We'll join Karen later to see if Wayne and Des drag the class into chaos. Over in Benidorm's historic Old Town, West Midlander Paul, who opened 12 weeks ago,
Table 2 in the middle.
has a plan to boost his freshly baked business and pay off his debts.
We're introducing Sunday lunches, which is something that we're kind of don't know how it's going to hit the ground.
There's just under 900 different places to eat out in Benidorm, catering for every taste. But us Brits still prefer our patatas mashed rather than bravast.
You just want some mashed potatoes, roast potato and the beef.
We're having a Sunday roast today.
We're having roast beef dinner today. Yeah, for lunch, so what more could you want? Home from home.
With this appetite for good old-fashioned home-cooked grub, Paul's Sunday lunch launch should be a roaring success. But back in the kitchen, the only things roasting are him and Steph.
Boiling and sweating. One mad rush this morning.
It's gone midday and there's not a Yorkshire pudding in sight, but there's no shortage of bacon and eggs.
Sundays are normally quiet, hence we start the Sunday lunches. But today's been really busy, yeah. So we're a bit behind on the Sunday lunches, so we haven't been able to put the roasters in or get anything really ready. But we're getting there now, getting on track. Ain't we, Steph?
You might be having a nervous breakdown.
We're meant to launch at 12 o'clock, but I think it's going to be 1 o'clock when we launch.
45 minutes and counting, Paul. The pressure is on.
Paul,
Please don't ask for a breakfast.
can we book Sunday lunch?
Oh, phew.
Yeah, you can. All here. Take a seat at the end one, that's the last one that gets the sun, and then I'll be out in a second to you.
1:15 and Paul's got his first roasts on order.
What's it coming, darling? Roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, green beans, cabbage, carrots, Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, lovely.
And gravy. And gravy.
All the trimmings, but there's not even a carrot boiled yet. If today's going to be a success, they'd best get cooking. And the orders keep coming.
Chicken or beef? Can I get beef, please? No problem.
And another.
I'm sorry for the wait. Chicken or beef?
The roasts are in demand, but they're still up to their eyes in sausages.
We've just had 10 breakfast ordered on the roof, and now we've got...
You've got a roof?
We've got... We've got 4, 6, 7 dinners on and a breakfast on order, and we're still cooking breakfast with 101 things to do.
We're stressed out.
Right, do you want to start your Sunday roast, Steph?
Yeah.
With the spuds only just in the oven, I'd make yourselves comfortable, ladies. You might be in for a wait.
Just smile and nod, tits and teeth, living the dream.
Dream? Fingers crossed, it's not more like a nightmare, dished with a side of disaster. Four weeks ago, Scottish couple Dawn and Tom took a chance. They've arrived at Benidorm campsite because they bought a caravan online for the bargain price of £4,000.
España. Please say you have.
The only snag is they bought the caravan blind and they're here to see if their gamble has paid off.
Please say it exists.
Don't worry.
Please.
I will give her a call. No, she didn't inform us, so we just give her a call and that's it.
What happens if she doesn't answer the phone? If she's changed her number?
Don't worry, don't worry. You're getting into a panic
I'm
now.
worrying now.
Dawn and Tom's dreams of living in the sun could be over before it's begun.
It's very nerve-wracking because there's a lot of scams going about with here.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of folks saying we've got this for sale.
Buying something.
And you're actually doing it blind because you're doing it over the internet. You're trusting the person at the other end. You know, it's a lot of money.
Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say your passport number. This can be written by anybody.
What if this is a colossal caravan con?
Hi, good morning. I have the new owners here from your caravan. You have sold it? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please send us an email within there, the confirmation that you have sold your caravan to the new people? Done?
Oh, thank God.
She's going to send me the email with the confirmation and everything, so don't worry about it.
It looks like Dawn and Tom's flutter may have paid off.
But it was nerve-wracking. That was... Could have said there's no caravan here.
No.
That's what I was thinking. You know, that was nerve-wracking. That was... To me, that was the scary part. You know, getting there and...
Now we're in.
Now we're in, that's us. We're just...
Relax.
But they're not out of the woods yet. They've still not seen what they've forked out thousands of pounds for.
This looks lovely.
This is number 8.
Hello, darling. And you're just gorgeous. I take it you're from Scotland?
I'm Ricky.
Whereabouts?
Motherwell.
Oh, right. I've got friends in Bells Hill.
Well, at least everyone seems friendly. Oh, there it is. It exists. Dawn and Tom coughed up 4K for this caravan, and with that price tag got its entire contents. So let's get inside. Whenever you're ready, Dawn.
See you later.
See you later, bye. I'm the bag, you Benidorm.
Wrong show, love. Shall we go in?
Do you get the keys? Are you going to carry me over the threshold?
No.
All right, okay.
And they say romance is dead. Tom, what a charmer. Now crack open that awning.
Oh, I'm nervous.
In you go, Dawn.
Oh, my God.
Is that good or bad? Who knows what lies behind that beaded curtain? An hour down the coast from Benidorm in Rojales, you can find Captain, Ulla, Bronson, and another 101 other horses, ponies, and donkeys. They all live with 68-year-old retired builder Rod and 60-year-old retired furniture shop owner Sue.
There you go, Rosie. Get your gums right. There you go.
Every horse is different, just like people. They have their likes, their dislikes, their friendships.
When the couple retired to Spain 17 years ago, they didn't imagine their golden years would be quite so equine.
We thought, great, we're going to have an adventure, and you know what, we're going to have some holidays and just have a nice life.
But 9 years ago, all that changed.
And then you saw an advert in the Costa Blanca News. Some guy had died and he had 2 horses. Sue said, oh, let's go and see them. So then we ended up with 2 horses and that all started from there, really.
And that was the start of it.
So how does 2 multiply by 52?
Little by little, we started to hear stories of horse abuse, a donkey's burn abuse, left to be starved, ill treatment, etc., etc. And we were just getting constantly more agitated with the hopelessness of the whole situation. And I think we sort of thought, do you know what? We're going to start a horse rescue, and that was it.
Although they'd rescued 139 animals, not all of them could be saved.
We've lost some of these wonderful guys simply because we couldn't repair the damage that someone else had done to them. Then you remember them and you miss them. And
they're always with you. Always, always, always. They never leave you. But yeah.
Every single animal that Sue and Rod have rescued has its own horror story, none more so than Bronson.
Somebody tried to kill Bronson by smashing a hammer through his skull. What happened was that it fractured the bone that went into the brain and it severed the nerve that controls his inner air balance. So effectively, he was like somebody that had had a stroke and lost the use of half of his body. It probably took about 9 months in total for his rehabilitation. Isn't it great that he lived to tell the tale?
But Sue and Rod's passion to rescue abused horses, ponies and donkeys across Spain comes at a cost.
We have a gentleman over there. Raise your hand again, please. There we go.
Down the road in Rojales, Sue is having an open day at her home and horse rescue centre.
The English horse tour is now ready to leave. Please go through the gate and follow Rod.
Once a month, she and her husband Rod open their doors so people can come and meet the 104 horses, donkeys and ponies they've saved.
feel free to just wander around. Bearing in mind they are live, they have got teeth, so be careful, don't feed them and be careful where your fingers are.
The retired couple also need the open day to raise money because dedicating their lives to these vulnerable animals doesn't just take hard work, it needs hard cash.
Round about €4,500 a week.
Whoa, hold your horses, $4,500 a week?
To run the whole thing, the water, the feeds, the forage, the workers, the vet, the farrier. It's a big, big wheel to turn now.
To turn that wheel, they have 5 charity shops which are open 6 days a week. But today's event, with its raffle and cafe, must bring in extra dough to make ends meet.
€4,500 is a lot of money to have to find every week. I actually try not to go to bed and think about it because if you did, the whole thing would just seem enormous.
127.
In the last 9 years, as one of Spain's only horse rescue charities, it's become a beast of an operation. But has the open day reined in enough?
Brilliant, and what have we done?
Drum roll, please. The grand total is...
We have done 495.
Well, absolutely fantastic. Well done, you. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, thank you all so, so much for giving your Sunday up to be here to help. Thank you.
Very well done.
It's a solid start, but they have a long way to go to get to their weekly target.
Just another day in paradise.
Mashed, fried and wilted. It's not the food, but Paul and Steph at his cafe bar.
Come to Benidorm, they said. Live the dream, they said. Work 80 hours a week, they said.
Sundays are usually Paul's slowest day, and in a bid to drum up more business, he's launched roast dinners. But today's been anything but quiet. All morning they've been batting out breakfast orders left, right and centre, which means these ladies have already been waiting 45 minutes for their lunch.
Ladies, these are on me for your delay. No, it's already been done. You're welcome, thank you.
In order to get back on track, Paul's called in the kitchen cavalry.
Here she is, my saviour, Superwoman. We haven't got a clean cup, a clean plate, a clean knife, that's all.
With Chum Elaine here as an extra pair of hands, hopefully this gravy train can get back on track. If these fine people don't get fed soon, there could be trouble. Especially from him.
Step how far away from them dinners, Bob.
5 minutes.
Get in now, ladies. Look, here's knives and forks. Look at me. It's exciting stuff when you see a knife and fork, ain't it?
Hang on, I see spuds. It looks like lunch is finally ready.
First of the day. All right, Steph. Take it back.
We have liftoff. The roast dinners have left the oven. Repeat, the roast dinner has left the oven. And after almost an hour's wait...
Enjoy, ladies.
These ladies look ready for it.
Got your stuffing, ladies. Oh.
I'll say that one stuffing.
Oops, they've waited that long, they've forgotten how to eat. It wasn't looking good, but Paul, with his chief cook and pot washer, might just have rescued their roasts.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.
And Sunday lunch seems to have been a success.
We've had all empty plates back, so that's a good sign.
Hey, that was beautiful. I'll be back next week for more.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Olé!
And the orders keep on coming.
You need any more gravy, or any more veg?
It was a bit of a stress, to be honest. I was having a meltdown.
But has it been worth all that sweat and stress?
We hit the break even, which is good for the first day on Sunday lunches. So yeah, overall really good.
The lunches have pushed Paul's takings into profit. Good work, team.
Cheers!
Cheers!
All right then, be honest, how many of you lot can speak Spanish? Well, it turns out 3/4 of us Brits can't speak a foreign language, but in Benidorm, we seem to get by.
I say, hola. El cuento, por favor. The bill. Bye.
Cerveza, por favor. I'll have beer, please, mate.
Buenos dias.
That's wicked. Teach me that. I just did.
Speaking of teaching...
Well, today I've got the first encouraging expats to learn Spanish class.
Karen's playing truant from the tattoo studio today to teach a Spanish tutorial. If it goes well, then it may become a regular thing.
Can I just set myself up anywhere?
She's keeping her first class casual at a bar. Ready and waiting are Manchester-born Wayne Bellamy Wright and his husband Des. By day...
We're on 19,431
The couple can be found buzzing around town, raising money for their charity for vulnerable mothers and their children. And by night... Hola! Wayne is better known as Benidorm's premier drag queen, Levi G. But today, he, along with Des, is swapping stilettos for a spot of Spanish. Joining them are classmates Irina, Mary, Tommy and Gary. This lot are all at different levels linguistically speaking. Wayne thinks he's an A-star.
I understand all Spanish and I speak it really well. My only problem is I have no confidence in my voice, so I need to practice it more.
Whereas Benidorm newcomer Gary, a hairdresser from Wales, has just moved over with his partner Chris, and he doesn't speak a word.
So hopefully Heather's going to put me on the right path.
With Benidorm's Bash Street kids assembled, it's time to get cracking. Quiet at the back. Today's lesson, visiting your Spanish doctor.
Right, what's the most common thing we go to the doctors for? Pain. Pain. Does anybody know what pain is in Spanish? Dolor. Very good. Pecho would be your chest.
After teaching some useful phrases and words, it's time for a little test.
Chris.
Gary.
Gary, sorry.
Dolor muy intenso. Pecho.
En el pecho. Muy bien. Tienes un dolor en el pecho. Okay.
Chris, Gary has a bad pain in his chest.
Good.
And Des?
¿Cómo estás?
Tengo un dolor en mi culo aquí.
You said he's got a pain in his ass and
Calm down, class. This is the serious business of learning Spanish.
And here's one for you. Tos. La tos. Toser. To cough. So every time you have a cough now, I want you to think of tos. And it's literally...
Every night Des goes to bed and Des tosses on. And then, after he stops tossing, he starts with his snoring.
Well, I don't know about you, but this is an education.
What's a burp then?
Es eruptar. Erupt.
Eruption.
Yes, you've had an eruption. Des, do you have eruptions?
Yeah, too much tossing.
There's nothing worse than a chesty toss. Phew, saved by the bell.
Well, I've learned and I've had it confirmed I'm married to a tosser.
That means totally different in back in the UK, doesn't it?
Gary, you little winker. Hold on, school reports are in.
Everybody did really well, got involved, had a good laugh, and that's what it's all about.
The question is, will Spanish lessons be a one-off, or will they stick around like a nasty toss? We're back south of Benidorm with Sue,
Pudding!
who runs a charity for horses and ponies.
And donkeys, mustn't forget the donkeys.
Sorry. Every week they need to raise €4,500 to care for the 104 animals they've rescued.
Well, the bookshelves are looking good.
Well,
Heather?
I've just found an S in my W's.
Oh dear.
Found a P in your W as well.
Oh dear.
Their open day managed to take €495, and so it's time to see if their charity shops have covered the rest. After one more sale.
These are actually handmade antique in Germany. They're German, very, very old, and they're all handmade, as you can see.
So you want a lot for them?
So, well, yeah, I mean, they're not going to go... They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, they are something really that a collector would have. So, what, you want 6?
Antique, post-war. This sounds expensive.
If I'd done them for 15?
1,500? Oh no, €15.
Go on then.
Yeah, OK,
Yeah,
absolutely
thank you very much.
super. Well, you've got a bargain.
Well, I like them.
You can stop now, Sue. He's bought them. With another €15 in the pot, let's giddy up and see what they've made this week.
We're anticipating a fairly quiet week, so Heather's just now going to total it all up and let us know what we've done today. It doesn't matter how bad my day is or how stressed I get. I go home, I just go out and I just see these guys and put my arm round a couple of them and scratch the ears and, you know, and it all just leaves you. All the stress just goes.
For the week so far, we've got one day to go.
Yep.
1,200.
So with tomorrow to take into consideration, we're probably going to make average.
And if the other 4 shops do the same, the charity will be on the nose for its target. Ready to saddle up again next week.
I now had a chance to go back in time and someone said to me, all right, Susan, you've now got 2 ways to go with your life. Don't start the rescue centre and go back to the life that you had, which was actually a very, very nice lifestyle, or follow that path again, do you know what? I would do the whole thing again. Every little bit of it. I don't regret a minute of it.
After his manic Sunday lunch launch, West Midlander landlord Paul has got himself a rare day off at home with his dogs. Sandy.
Go.
Tia.
Go.
And Bono.
Go. And they just like keeping naughty. Don't worry, you have naughty streaks. This one likes to bark. She's an old lady, so has problems with her bladder. This one thinks he's a Yorkshire Terrier. Don't understand.
Paul rents his home in Finistrat, up in the hills just outside Benidorm.
The house is the sanctuary. I don't really do much to relax. Get for the occasional drink. I don't cook all day at work, so my oven's used for storage. I never cook. I don't think we've actually got food in the house.
Come on, Paul, give us a tour.
Lounge and dining room. And then we've got bathroom, spare bedrooms, an office, and then my bedroom.
And believe it or not, his home still costs less to rent than his bijou business in Benidorm's Old Town.
For me, I like being up here because you're out the way, it's more quiet. I lived in the countryside back in England, so it's more like being back at home. A house, now, luckily, because the costs are so low, no matter what job really we did, we could still afford the house. It's the luxuries that would stop. I'd have to cook. I feel like Shirley Valentine.
Back in the centre of Benidorm, it's business as usual for 51-year-old Karen and her husband, 50-year-old Rob, at their tattoo and piercing studio. Karen tried out a Spanish lesson with the Benidorm Brits, and it seems to have been a resounding success.
It went really, really well, really well. I was really pleased with it, actually. Everybody participated. Didn't have to send anybody out of class. I've had a lot of good feedback and even more people contacting me for lessons. So it's going to continue.
Not only will it continue, her expat experiment has paid off, and now it's going to have a proper classroom.
Rob? Yes? Come through and I'm just going to show you that where they've offered.
All right.
Look, this is where they've offered. There's a centre, which is a lovely building, really nice and professional with great big whiteboards, not me holding it like this on the wall. And they're going to allow me for free to be able to use one of their rooms for people to be able to come and do lessons there. So let's see, watch this space. Yes. We will have the British in Benidorm fluent in Spanish.
The expats are excited about Spanish lessons, or emocionado, if you speak the lingo.
We can get the bargain Brits abroad speaking Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
Hola.
Hola.
4 weeks ago, Scottish couple Dawn and Tom took a gamble and bought a caravan and its entire contents online for £4,000. Having never stepped foot in their holiday home before, it's crunch time. Have they bought the bargain of the century, or have they made a big mistake?
Oh, I'm nervous. Oh my God. Oh my God, Tom.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Oh, a lovely big couch as well. That looks super comfy. Oh, and they've left a telly.
That's smaller than we thought, but...
Welcome to our new abode. Oh, it's immaculate, Tom. Tom, Aladdin's Cave, number 2. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh, with pots and pans, Dawn. Thinking I don't even know what this is, but I'm hoping it's a toaster.
It's a wee oven.
I think that's gas. I think that's a wee gas toaster.
Every home should have one.
With an electric cable. Oh, this must be your cool area. Oh, God.
Oh, smashing. Very impressed.
How lucky are we?
Well, despite the initial stress, it looks like that online gamble has paid off and they bagged themselves a bargain.
We transferred
£4,000 it was.
in cash over for the caravan as it stood.
And that means we've got a caravan, an awning,
2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms, a bed, television, full kitchen, fully equipped kitchen, fridge, freezer.
Microwave.
Cuddly toy.
Microwave,
Is
toaster.
this a generation game?
Did she do well?
You know, you were just walking into a ready-made home.
All that's left to do is settle into their new casa in the sun.
I think I'm in heaven, Tommy.
Good.
Their very own cut-price paradise.